last week someone made comments in there about Sound of Freedom is coming out this week with
Yes.
Jim
Yes,
Caviezel.
it is.
It's
Yes.
out July 4th, and I know at St. James we bought there's about 18 of us going in one big group at this moment,
Nice.
and growing by the day because everyone's calling me and I'm ordering the tickets for everyone.
Nice.
So obviously you're friends with Jim Caviezel. I mean, did you happen to have any? Did you get to like see any previews or have any info or anything?
About the movie?
Yeah,
I've seen it twice.
really already?
You don't know this?
Yeah,
You've
no,
never heard the story about the first time I saw it?
A Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Have you not heard this story? It's the craziest story.
I might not have. I don't remember. I don't think. I think you might have mentioned something briefly at lunch.
Yeah. So the very first time I met him, he came and got me in Seattle and took me to his family home up in the state of Washington somewhere, Roslyn, I think it is. And he wanted me to see this. So he had a special code or something like that because, after all, he was a star in the movie. Have you heard? You've not heard this story? Oh, I didn't know it was him. I couldn't recognize him.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I think I can share this. This he wouldn't mind. So my only prior seeing of Jim Caviezel is as Jesus in The Passion. So he's got really long hair. He's got a mustache, big mustache, right? Something here too. And so if he walked into the room, if he didn't look like that, how could I recognize him? Plus, I'm really bad. I was such a shy kid that I wouldn't look in people's faces. And so whatever develops in your brain that gives you recognition of faces did not develop with me. So I have a really hard time. There were two women. There were two, Peter and Paul, right? This is okay, so that get an understanding of this whole story. At Peter and Paul, my first parish, there were two old women in there that looked exactly like my mother in my eyes, right? So they would come up to communion and, oh, you're not my mom. Two different women. I hardly could distinguish them from my own mother. So that's how poor my facial recognition is. So the only other sight I've had of Jim Caviezel was when he looks like Jesus. So he came and picked me up. He has a really nice pickup and took me to his family home. And he said he wanted me to watch this movie. He was trying to explain to me the background on it. And I had not heard of it before. I'd never heard of Tim Ballard, who is, I'm just saying this. There's maybe 5 people in this world that I'd like to actually see, shake their hand and say, you're my hero. Tim Ballard would be one of them. And so anyway, we go to he's got this room like a lot of people have. There's a big U-shaped couch and there's a big TV on the wall. And he wants that phone of his to talk to that TV up there. And I had no help with techno stuff. And he just couldn't make it work. So finally he said, you're just going to have to watch it on my cell phone. So he handed me his cell phone. But then he said he'd been up since 4 a.m. He said he needed to take a nap. So he went over on that couch over there and was kind of dozing a little, as I do all the time. And the movie starts. And I know he's in there somewhere. For the life of me, I can't figure it out. Well, it's a small screen, right? And here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to take, like, where's my cell phone? It's right. I don't want to, so here's the cell phone. Right? I don't want to go like this and go like this to try and figure out who's this guy. Because if he wakes up, that would be really awkward. Here's the problem. In the movie, he plays a Mormon, Tim Ballard, who is clean shaven and blonde hair. So he had to be very clean shaven and blonde hair in the movies, which is hard to see on that little cell phone. So that's the first time I saw this movie. And profound. Absolutely profound. I was just watching last night, amazingly enough, providentially enough. Somebody was ripping into, some congressional committee was describing all those children that are disappearing at the border. Jim says it's like 85,000 now, and this was a bit ago. 85,000 children have absolutely disappeared. They come here without a birth record, nothing. So nobody knows if they've been sex trafficked or if they've been satanically sacrificed. if they've been used as organ donors. People don't understand the level of evil that is going on. And I saw pictures that no human being should ever see, because no human being should be involved in what I saw with my own eyes. You stupid people out there, every damned Democrat, they are goddamned because they support this. I saw pictures no human being should ever see. So I saw the movie there, and then I saw another private screening out at the Knapp Institute the following year. So I've actually seen it twice. What I'd say is the story is disturbing, but nothing in the movie is like when you see Nefarious, there was that execution scene, which was very graphic. So there's nothing that's really graphic in this movie. The story is what is disturbing. What is most disturbing about the story is that it is 100% true. And every goddamn Democrat that has supported that open border. So I'm talking Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris, John Kerry. Every damned one of them are going to burn in the hottest fires of hell for what they're allowing to have happen here. And there are children who have been trafficked, sacrificed. There are no words. So I urge everyone to see this movie so that you find out the truth of what the damn Democrats are supporting. So I've actually seen it twice. I didn't know what I was getting myself into because I had no comprehension. But every damned bishop in the United States knows about this. And you tell me, count them on your fingers, you tell me the bishops who have stood up and said that God damns the Democrats' support of this trafficking, this godless, damned trafficking of children. Well, how could they? Because so many of them have done such terrible things with children or covered up for those who did terrible things with children. We have no concept, no clue about just how bad the hierarchy of the Catholic Church is. And they are the wolves in sheep's clothing because they're dressing this brood of vipers in a mitre. Yeah. Bring it on, bishops. Bring it on. I'm waiting here. Bring it on.
Well, if you haven't gotten tickets yet, please get them before the release date of July 4th. Trying to pre-sell 2 million tickets in honor of the 2 million trafficked children. And if you really can't afford a ticket, they do have a pay it forward option where people can go on the site and buy a ticket for somebody else, and then you can apply to get one of those free tickets. So yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Bringing a, is that beautiful? Yeah, I think Angel Studios is doing that. I have a feeling I'm going to be bringing a box of tissues with me.
Yeah, but I will say this. No, I'm not going to give you any spoilers whatsoever. But tissues are nice. But when you find out what Tim Ballard has done, that man is a hero. That man is a hero. So like I said, if there's 5 people in this world I want to meet, he's one of them. Tim, if you're listening, I hope I see you soon.
Well, God bless him. We'll have to pray for him too. Yeah. So
by the way, I don't know if you know this, but Mel Gibson had a I think he might have even sent it to me. There was a picture of him in a helicopter, and he's doing like a 4-part, if I got this right, a 4-part series on this, and it's something like It's Coming, or some real profound short statement. Which is why the left can't stand him, because he's going to expose them for the filth that they are. Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to see that.